Okay, so to do this problem, the first thing you want to do is get the absolute value part of the problem by itself. So x minus 10 is inside of the absolute value. That means you want to move the minus 4 to the other side of the equation. So you would do that by adding 4 to each side, which will make this 4 cancel. You'll get absolute value of x minus 10 equals 2x plus 4. So now that the absolute value is all by itself on one side of the equal sign, you're going to break this problem into two equations. The first equation will basically look exactly like what we have, except without the absolute values. So like that. This is equation 1. Then equation 2, you're going to drop the absolute value sign again, and you're going to make the entire right side negative. So the side that's not in the absolute value, you want to make it negative. And what that really is a negative 1, and so you're going to distribute the negative 1 or multiply it by every term inside of there. So on the left-hand side, and now I'm just working on solving this or simplifying it to get x by itself, you're going to end up with negative 2x minus 4, because 2x was positive. If you multiply it by a negative 1, it becomes a negative 2x. And then 4 was a positive 4 plus 4. Multiply it by a negative 1. Negative 1 times positive 4 is a minus 4. Then you're going to get all the x's on one side and all the 4's, or all the numbers, on the other side. So I'm going to add 2x to get the 2x's, or to get the x's onto the left, because that'll make the minus 2x and the plus 2x cancel. And I'll have just minus 4 on that side of the equation. And then I'm going to add 10 to make this cancel. So you're going to get 3x equals 14, or actually, 6, because it's a minus 4 and a positive 10, which make a positive 6, and then divide by 3. So x will be 2. So that's one answer. And then we're going to just, again, solve this. We don't have any distributing to do. We just have to solve for x. So you could subtract x, or you can subtract 2x, just like we did on the second equation. It doesn't matter. Just use, your algebra skills from Algebra 1 to go ahead and solve this. So 2x minus x would leave you with 1x plus 4. And then I'm going to subtract 4 to bring it to the left. So I'm going to get x equals negative 14. So those are the two answers. Now always with absolute value, it's a good idea with any problem, but definitely with absolute value, you want to actually plug these numbers back in and check them. So I'm going to take the negative 14 and make sure that it actually works. So I'm going to plug it in right there and right there. Or you actually could go back to your very original equation and plug it in. That's actually usually what you do. So let's do that. Let's go back all the way back up here and plug our x values in. So if I do that for negative 14, it would say the absolute value of negative 14 minus 10. So my absolute value signs here, make them nice and thick. Minus 4 equals 2 times negative 14. And this is kind of like a question mark right here, like I'm checking to see, is that going to make this equation equal? And if so, then I can keep negative 14 as one of my answers. If not, I'm going to throw that one out. So negative 14 minus 10 would be negative 24. It's still inside of my absolute values there. Minus 4. I'm checking to see, does that equal, and this is going to end up as negative 28 over here. So the absolute value of negative 24 is positive 24. And so it's actually not going to be equal, because if I take 24 minus 4, I get 20. And 20 is not equal to negative 28. So I'm going to throw this one out. This one actually doesn't work in the absolute value equation. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with 2. I'm going to do that up here. So I'd have the absolute value of 2 minus 10 minus 4. Is that equal to 2 times 2? Question mark. So 2 minus 10 would give me negative 8. 2 times 2 on the right side is 4. Absolute value of negative 8 is positive 8 minus 4. And yes, 8 minus 4 is 4. And that equals 4 on the right side. So this would be my only answer to this equation.